Hi YouTube, this is Trey with Reptile Kingdoms. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how to take care of your juvenile bearded dragon and set up his cage. So first and foremost, as you can see what I have lined up, I have a set of paper towels, I have a water dish, a food dish, a hiding log, my bearded dragon itself, and right next to that is a white dish of mealworms. Right next to that is a thermometer. All these items are needed for a juvenile bearded dragon. So we're gonna step a little closer. All right. So ideally, this is a 20-gallon tank. This is pretty much the size tank that you're gonna need for a juvenile bearded dragon. I prefer using paper towels because it's very easy to change out. I mean, some people use reptile carpet, other people use whatever else they want. I prefer to use paper towels because whenever they poop and pee on it, it's very easy to change out. Change it out every 2 weeks. So I recommend using paper towels. So I'm gonna lay some out for you and you're gonna see what it looks like when it's laid out. I mean, you only really need a couple of sheets, really. You don't need too much. So I'm gonna lay some out. You don't have to be real fancy with it. And even with their other little hide boxes, you can find little items around the house, that you were trying to throw away, any little cardboard box items, you don't have to be fancy. It's no big deal. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna place in there is going to be the water dish. I'm just gonna put this in the center of the cage. Then I'm gonna start with the food dish. I'm just gonna put this on this side. The actual log where the lizard hides, you can just put that on this side. And you're gonna wanna make sure with these guys, not all lizards are required to have UVA and UVB, but bearded dragons are that type of lizard, so you're gonna wanna have UVA and UVB on these guys 12 hours a day. Some people like to keep timers on them. I recommend whichever works for you, just make sure that they get their 12-hour light cycle. And as long as you're not keeping it in your house below 65 degrees, you ought to be good. So I wouldn't say that you need a secondary heat source for juveniles or adult bearded dragons, but as long as you don't keep your house below 65 degrees, you should be good. So what I have here, we already had it set up pretty much. And this is the setup. So just basically have a paper towel laid out. You have your water dish in this corner. You have your food dish here, log. So you're gonna wanna place your thermometer, on whichever side you have the hot side on, or whichever preference. I usually place it on the hot side where my hot bulb is gonna be. So we're gonna put that in. So that's in there nice and good. And like I say, you can find other little items around the house. Like I found this little whatever this is, little trash drawstring box. You just put that there, and it's a little place for them to hide. Feel safe and comfortable. Once again, you don't have to be very lucrative here. And that's pretty much the setup. You have a little hide here on this side. Whenever it feels like it's too hot on this side from getting sun, it can run to the cool side and cool off. Make sure you always have fresh water provided in their food dish. Fresh food in the food dish and fresh water, and you're pretty much good. So I'm gonna put on the vent. Put on the vent here. All right, so on this side, it's pretty much my UVA light. I'm just gonna use this for UVA. It's just pretty much your daylight bulb. Cut that bad boy on. And this is your UVA. This is gonna be your basking bulb. This is what actually makes the heat, that sets the temperature and everything. You're gonna want your hot side to be relatively 95 to 100 degrees, and your cool side is gonna be more of 85 to 80 degrees. So I mean, you shouldn't have any real problems there. This is a 20-gallon terrarium, so you shouldn't have any real problems there. And always remember to supplement. See, my mealworms, I usually add in, I tell a lot of people to gut load their mealworms. Just add in a couple of peas or whatever else in there, whatever can get them going. Peas, carrots, something not too dry the mealworms can eat and it won't get too rotten. I don't recommend putting any apples or any kind of bananas or fruits that will rot quickly. Just put in stuff like potatoes, potato peels, carrots, dry stuff. So if you guys have any questions or comments, if you guys think that I missed anything, you can just leave them in the comment section. But until then, you guys have a good one.